I'm Cathy and welcome back to my channel. Today I would like to share with you my own recipe on making solid sugar scrubs. It's a very simple and easy to follow formula, and the inspiration for today's project is this one. I got a candy from a friend and I've already opened the packet so that I can easily show it to you. What I like about this one is that it's a cube inside a cube, and when I got this, I thought it was a solid sugar scrub. But of course, I know it was a candy. So, I would like to make a solid sugar scrub today by following the same design, but the colors would be different. So, let's get started.
Let's start by melting the soap base. For this project, I have used both the transparent and the opaque soap base. You can just use transparent or opaque, it doesn't really matter, but for me, because I want to have a cube inside the cube, so that's why I've decided to just use a different type of soap base to differentiate it. Then add the remaining ingredients. So I've started with the color, next was the oil and the fragrance oil. Here I've already blended the oil and the fragrance oil so that it's easier when I pour it. And last would be the sugar. Just make sure that you add the sugar last because the mixture will thicken immediately and it would also immediately dry and set. If that happens, you can microwave the mixture at 10 seconds increments, and just remember not to overheat your soap base. Now I'm just repeating the steps, and if you notice here I am using the transparent soap base and I have lightly colored it with pink. And for the sugar, instead of using white granulated sugar, I have used the raw brown sugar here. Here I've already removed the mini hearts and transferred it into rectangle molds. Now I am pouring the transparent soap base where I have added brown sugar. You might be wondering on why I have used mini hearts, because my aim is to have a cube inside the cube. For that, it doesn't really matter. You can use whatever mini molds that you have, mini size molds that you have, so that at least it will help you to save some time instead of cutting a very small cube so that you can embed it into a bigger cube. You just use whatever small molds that you have, and then later when you cut it, it will still look like a cube inside the cube. But if you don't have any smaller molds, you still can use the big molds that you have, but you just have to do an extra step wherein you cut it into very small cubes and then later embed it into the bigger cube, just like what I'm doing right now. So here I am adding all the remaining mini hearts just to fill in my big cube. Here it's a rectangle block, then later I will cut it into smaller pieces. You can follow the steps that I am doing right now if you also want to have a sugar scrub that has a design instead of individual designs, instead of just like the normal cube wherein you make different colors and then cut it into cubes and then mix them together. You can follow the steps that I am giving here right now, but if you don't feel like doing it because of the extra steps, you can just make a simple cube. You just color different soap bases and then put each individual color into separate blocks and then later cut it into cubes and mix them together, just like that pink colored cube that I have there on top. So now I am removing the blocks. Remember, there's no right or wrong when you are being creative, when you are doing your designs, because that's you, that's yourself. Each of us are different, each of us are special, and so I think for myself, that is the inspiration on why I keep on doing what I'm doing. First, it inspires me, it helps me to distress and to relax, because you know that my family are away and I'm working here in another country, and doing all this helps me to at least spend my time wisely, use it efficiently while I am doing something and being creative. Okay, now I am just cutting the blocks into mini cubes, and you can see the pink color in the brown color. Then you might be wondering on why I have used brown color here, because the candy that I've shown to you is actually a pink cube inside a white cube. I don't want to do that. I want to have a raw sugar scrub, and I want to have a brown color there. So that's why I told you the colors would be different. If it's always up to you, this is just a suggestion, this is just an idea. You can do whatever you want. For the packaging, you can place it into jars or in a plastic. So here is the summary for the recipe. You can just look through. I won't be elaborating much. All you need is sugar, soap base, olive oil, jojoba oil. For the aroma, you can either use fragrance oil or essential oil. And for the colorants, I've used DNC colors. You can also use FDNC colors. It doesn't really matter, but of course, if you want to have a cube inside a cube, non-bleeding colors would work best.
I hope that you enjoyed watching today's video, and this recipe would produce 2 jars of 50 grams sugar scrub, like this one, and 4 jars of 150 grams sugar scrub. And if you can see inside, I also have a cube inside the cube. And if you did enjoy watching today's video, please remember to hit the like button below and to subscribe into my channel for more video sharing, recipes, and tutorials from me. Feel free to give me your feedbacks, your comments, and your suggestions. Until next time, bye-bye! Oh, by the way, happy birthday, Darson!